Early diagnosis is critical when treating medical conditions. Unfortunately, delayed or missed diagnoses do happen, and in some cases they can have serious or even life-changing consequences for patients. A delayed diagnosis may amount to medical negligence, where a healthcare provider fails to meet the required standard of care and that failure causes harm. Doctors rely on patient history, symptoms, scans, x-rays, blood tests and other investigations to reach a diagnosis. Where the diagnosis is not obvious, appropriate tests must be ordered, interpreted correctly and followed up. In some cases, patients may receive interim treatment while investigations are ongoing. If the underlying condition has not been properly identified, this treatment can sometimes worsen the patient's condition. Delayed diagnosis can be particularly serious in conditions such as cancer or heart disease, where early detection significantly improves outcomes. A late diagnosis can allow a condition to progress, reduce treatment options, and lower survival rates. It's important to note that not every delayed diagnosis is medical negligence. To succeed in a claim, it must be shown that the healthcare provider fell below acceptable medical standards and that this failure caused injury or harm. Common causes of delayed diagnosis include misinterpretation of test results, failure to order appropriate investigations, inadequate follow-up, poor communication, or pressure on healthcare systems. In medical negligence cases, solicitors obtain the patient's full medical records and instruct independent medical experts to assess whether the standard of care was met, whether tests were properly interpreted, and whether earlier intervention would have made a difference. To succeed in a medical negligence claim, a patient must prove a duty of care, a breach of that duty, and causation, meaning the harm resulted from the delay. Strict time limits apply for cases. Delayed diagnosis can cause not only physical harm, but also emotional distress, anxiety, and uncertainty. If you believe you've suffered due to a delayed diagnosis, specialist legal advice can help you understand your options and whether a claim may be viable. At Cleary & Co. Solicitors, we specialise exclusively in civil litigation matters, including complex medical negligence claims, and have successfully prosecuted numerous such cases across Irish courts over the years. Contact details are 01 5461 or 052 612 1999, or our email address is info@clearysolicitors.com, personal injuries. In contentious business, a solicitor may not calculate fees or other charges as a percentage or proportion of any award or settlement,